a shoe shine shop where she shines, she sits, and where she sits. Where she sits wrong.
Hello mga fishda! Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. So again, I'm back with another vlog. And for today's vlog po, ang gagawin ko ay magta-tongue twisters ako. Pero ang twist dito is, magta-tongue twisters ako in English and in Filipino. So, define sila. So, na-curious kasi ako kung saan ba ako mas mahihirapan. Kayo ba? Naisip nyo ba yun? Mas nadadalian ba kayo sa English or mas nadadalian kayo sa Filipino? So, tignan ko kung anong magiging result nito. So, kung bago ka pa sa aking channel, don't forget to subscribe and also click the notification bell para updated kayo lagi, di ba? So, happy lang. So, ayun. Let's start! Ayan guys, so unahin ko muna yung English tongue twisters. So, ayan. Unahin ko na yung una. Malamang, una nga ako. So, ito. Ito yung Peter Piper. So, ulitin ko siya 2 beses. 1, 2, 3, go. Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers, Peter Piper pick. If Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper pick? Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers, Peter Piper pick. If Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Madali lang to sa akin actually kasi familiar siya sa akin eh. Kasi nung elementary yata ako or high school, lagi akong nasa library.
Dude, crap!
Diba? Lagi ako nasa library. Tapos, naghanap ako ng mga books na inuuwi. So, isa tong tongue twister sa mga inuuwi ko dati. Pero, mostly talaga English yung mga nabasa ko dati. So, next, number 2. Yung Betty Butter. Betty Butter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So it was Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter. Betty Butter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So it was Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter. Halos nawalan na ako ng hininga. Kasi napansin nyo, or napansin ko, yung English tongue twisters talaga, ang hahaba niya. So, yun na yung second. So far, okay pa naman. Yung dila ko, okay pa naman siya. So, ayun. Next, number 3. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would? Bleh! Ito na yung mahirap talaga kasi puro mga chuck-chuck eh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would?
Ginagawa mo!
He would chuck, he would. Ulit. 1, 2, 3, go. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would? He would chuck, he would. Kung nabubulol dun sa part na yun, he would chuck, he would as much as he could. Ulit. How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would? He would chuck, he would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would. Ang hirap talaga. Ulit. How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would? He would chuck, he would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would. Ha?
Freeze!
Hindi ko sure kung tama yung sinabi ko ulit. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck, he would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Oh. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would chuck wood? He would chuck. Na naman. Basta nakaisa na ako dun na. Isa pa. How much would a wood... How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would chuck wood? He would chuck, he would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Ay, grabe, hirap pala nun. Okay, nakailang take ako dun na. Okay, number 4. Susie works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits. And where she sits... Where she sits? Wrong! Ulit. Susie works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits. And where she sits, she shines. Bakit ganito? Ulit. Susie works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits. And where she sits, she shines. Dapat she shines, not she signs.
I'm so tired.
Susie works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits, and where she sits...
Ginagawa mo.
Puro ako shit. Ulit. Susie works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits, and where she sits, she shines. Pasok pa din. Susie works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits, and where she sits, she shines. Grabe! Kamusta yung dila ko? Okay pa. Next, last. Silly Sally swiftly shooed 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep, Silly Sally shooed, shilly-shallied south. Ito na naman. Ang hilig nila sa mga SH, mga ganun, o kay mga CH, ganyan. Ulit. Silly Sally swiftly shooed 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep, Silly Sally shooed, shilly-shally showed. Bakit ko mo kasi ginawa itong vlog na to? Pinahirapan ko yung sarili ko. Oh my God. Silly Sally swiftly shooed 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep, Silly Sally shooed, shilly-shallied south. This sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. A sheep should sleep in a shed. Yun lang naman pala yung problema eh. Pwede naman yun na lang. Silly Sally ganun. Pinaruan. Silly Sally swiftly shooed 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep, Silly Sally shooed, shilly-shallied south. This sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. Sheep should sleep in a shed. Ang bagal. Tapos may mga wrong. Ulit. Silly Sally swiftly shooed 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep, Silly Sally shooed, shilly-shallied south. This sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. Sheep should sleep in a shed. Oh! Isa na lang. Silly Sally swiftly shooed 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep, Silly Sally shooed, shilly-shallied south. This sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. Sheep should sleep in a shed. Medyo mabagal. Pero okay na yun. Mahirap eh. Ayan. So, natapos ko na yung English. So, dila check. Straight pa naman. Medyo okay pa naman siya. So, ayun. Let's go to the Tagalog tongue twisters. So, ito yung una. Diyos ko, bawal magkamali dito. Baka may masabi ako. R18, please. Ito. Kabilugan ng buwan-buwan ng kabilugan. Kabilugan ng buwan... Kasi inisip ko, ulit. Kabilugan ng buwan-buwan ng kabilugan. Kabilugan ng buwan-buwan ng kabilugan. Ikaw nagkamali. Next, number 2. Bumili ako ng bituka ng butiki sa butika. Bumili ako ng bituka ng butiki sa butika. Ay, bigla ko nadalian. 3. Ang relo ni Leroy ay Rolex. Ang relo ni Leroy ay Rolex. Oh, pwede na yon. Ang relo ni Leroy ay Rolex. Oh. Next, number 4. Mekaniko ng makino ni Mekaniko ng mekaniko. Malamang, kasi mekaniko siya, di ba? Well, mekaniko ng mekaniko ni Monico ang makina ng minika ni Monica. Ang hirap. Ayan. Mekaniko ng mekaniko ni Monico ang makina ng minika ni Monica. Mekaniko ng mekaniko ni Monico ang makina ng minika ni Monica. Oh! Feeling ko mas madali talaga siya kasi mas maiksi. Well, next, number 5. Nagprito ng 77 puto ang... Nagprito ng 77 puto ang pumipitong puting pato. Nagprito ng 77 puto ang pumipitong puting pato. Nagprito ng 77 puta. Nagprito ng 77 puto ang pumipitong puting pato. Nagprito ng 77 puto ang pumipitong puting pato. Yes! So, overall guys, tingin ko mas nadalian talaga ako sa Tagalog kasi maiiksi lang kasi siya eh. Although medyo magkakadikit kasi yung mga salita. Mas mahirap kasi sa English kasi aside from secondary language natin to, kahit nababasa ko na siya dati, mahaba kasi siya. So, may chances ka talaga na magkamali. Ganun naman eh, di ba? Habang tumatagal, parang mas marami ka sigurong pagkakamali, ganun, tsareng. So, ayun na nga. So, yun. Madali naman yung Tagalog. Keri. Pero, magandang exercise to. So, I think, I'm more fluent now. Agad-agad. So, ayun guys. Try nyo rin to sa bahay ninyo. Matutuwa talaga kayo. Mag-search pa kayo ng ibang mga tongue twisters. And, ayun lang guys. See you in my next vlog. Oh, by the way, don't forget to like my channel. Like my channel, like my video. Give it a thumbs up, okay? Bye, mga fishda!